2022 was a difficult year for the world. However, the World Bank Country Office in the Gambia rose to the challenge to support the government and the people of the Gambia. Over the course of this calendar year, we had $153 million in new commitments to the Gambia. 40 million of those commitments were for budget support to support the government to manage the spillover effects of the war on Ukraine, which has impacted fuel prices, led to increasing food prices as well, and general inflation in the country. Second of all, this was the year that we had our first country partnership framework, which is a 5-year strategy that we have with the government of the Gambia. We have 3 main pillars in the CPF, which is what we call it, the CPF. And the first one is on strengthening transparency, accountability, and effectiveness in governance. The second is focused on enabling inclusive and resilient private sector-driven job creation. And the third is on enhancing human capital to encourage the development of a productive workforce. We have had several projects already this year that are going to be supporting those efforts. So in addition to our budget support, we have a $68 million project that will be supporting tourism diversification and resilience. And we just had another project, $45 million, which is going to be supporting coastal resilience, really managing the impacts of the floods in the greater Banjul area. And we know that this year was a bad year in terms of flooding damage. We launched several landmark reports this year, the first of which was our second economic update. And the economic update covers the general economic situation in the Gambia, but this report also included a special focus on the need to improve data in the human capital sector. The second report we launched this year is called ISOEF. Basically, it takes a landscape of the SOEs in the Gambia and how they can be improved. And then our third report, which we released actually last month, in November, was our poverty and gender assessment, which showed that due to the COVID-19 impacts, there was a slight increase in poverty in the Gambia. So this year, we were fortunate to have the visit of both our Managing Director of Operations, Axel van Trotzenberg, and our Regional Vice President for Western and Central Africa, Usman Jiagana, in July. They both visited with His Excellency, President Adama Barrow, and 2 of our project sites. One, our energy site, which is the OMVJ interconnection, which connects the Gambia to the West Africa power pool with connections to both Senegal and Guinea-Bissau, and the health center that's being built by the Ministry of Health, which also includes a national waste treatment center. This visit reaffirms the commitment of the bank to the Gambia. So I realized this year that most of my trips so far have been along the southern part of the country. So I decided to take a trip up north this year, and I ended up visiting, starting off with Jufure, which is the famed site of the Kunta Kinte Island. I visited some schools in Central River Region North, and also I was fortunate to witness the connection that we're doing, the electricity connection to villages along the Laminkoto and Diabugu corridor. That really shows that we are well on our way to universal access for the Gambia. We significantly increased our footprint in the Gambia this year by doubling our office staff, both on the administrative side, those who manage our operations, and on the technical side, those who manage our projects. So we welcome all our new staff. We're very happy to have you join the team. But we had some bittersweet news as we had to say farewell to our country director, Nathan Belete, who moved from Dakar to Dar es Salaam to cover the Tanzania Country Management Unit. We thank you for everything you've done, Nathan, and all the best. So thinking ahead to 2023, my plan is for us to engage increasingly with the government to continue our support as the government works to recover from the effects of both the COVID-19 pandemic and the spillover impact of the Ukraine war. Secondly, we're going to increase our engagement with stakeholders across society, including the private sector, civil society, and academia, because we want to hear from you. And then finally, I'm going to make it a personal goal to make it to Basse. My driver is from Basse. He's been asking me to go, and I will be there. I will get to the edge of the Gambia this year. Thank you.